Y'all, I can't be the only one that feel like this or has ever said this to themselves. But I just came from Quick Trip and I was sitting in my car, sipping on my little, I got iced coffee now. And
Good for you. Good for you.
I saw a family get out of the car, with the kids, the mom and the dad. And man, sometimes it's used to happen a lot more than it happens now. But there are times when I'm sitting in my car and I see families and I'm just like, dang, I wish I could go back in time. If I had known then what I know now,
Mm.
it sucks because it's the decisions that we make really affect us, not just me, and not just you, but for generations. If I had known then what I know now, I wish I wish I could have that family, or had that family with the biological mother and the biological father still together, still like each other and still love each other. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't want to be with that person and never did really. But I wish I had picked the right man to have children with and to marry. I wish I had done that.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Listen, never wanted to be with him. That's a crazy thing to say about somebody who you married. But hey, hindsight's 2020, I guess. All I'm saying is you better get used to this song. Because this song is going to be sung many times. You better get used to hearing this on repeat. It's going to be a top charting Billboard hit for sure. As time goes on, we're going to hear a lot of tricks. I should have done this. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh my goodness, I should have picked the man instead of the bear.
I wish I had done that. And really, I hate to say it, but I should have listened to my parents. I should have listened to my parents. They was right, y'all. They was right in the mud. I know some of y'all young folks may be looking up here, you don't know what you're talking about. He's different or she's different. No, they not. No, they not. They not different. And your parents know. They can look in their, if your parents, any halfway to judge a character, if they look in their eyes, they're going to be like, nope. They can tell by the way. They right. I know you don't want to hear it. 99% of the time. They right. And you will cry tears if you don't listen. Understand, you going to be sorry, baby. You're going to be sorry later. You're going to be crying. Sliding down the wall. Sorry. But man, if I it makes me sad at times. But I understand that the decisions I made, it must stop with me. And I have to pray for my children that whatever generational stuff going on, it may start with me, but it's going to end with me. And the same thing cannot continue down in generations. I can't have it. So I have to take those steps, those proactive steps to stop it right in its tracks. I made bad decisions, but you know what? I'm going to try my darndest to make sure that my children don't make those same bad decisions. Also, don't get it twisted. I wasn't the only one that made a bad decision at all. Okay, it takes two to tango.
Let me say this. I actually appreciate her perspective because you don't hear a lot of chicks. A lot of women will take it to the grave. They will take it to the grave. They will not admit that, you know what, I should have listened to my parents. Specifically, a father in the past would vet a man. You'd go and get approval from your father. You have to ask for my father's hand in marriage, and you do that. And I know that because I did that, right, with my wife. I believe it's respectable to talk to that woman's father, mother, and, if they're not feeling you, of course, they will probably keep it real and be honest about their concerns. But listening to her say this lets me know that they told her, hey, that's not the man for you. He's not right for you. But a lot of women today, this generation, does not think they need guidance from their fathers and the elders and the people in their lives who know better. And she's saying it. She's saying, hey, you're going to cry, you will shed tears. I can respect the accountability and her keeping it real. Truly.
Okay. 2. But on my part, I can only speak for me. On my part, on my decision, I should have listened to them from freaking day one. Day one. But you know what? I'm not the type to live in the past. Just sometimes you see certain things and you reflect like, dang, if I had only did this, if I had only listened, if I had only not did that, or if I had only, it's something inside just be like, ah. But if I hadn't gone through what I went through, if things didn't turn out the way they turned out, I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't have anything to tell my children. I wouldn't be able to tell them no life lessons because, hey, I know how this is going to turn out because I did it, or I didn't do that, and
Right.
So, it's just how it has to be. But what are some of y'all regrets?
Another point real quick before we check out these comments is I think what's really easy to do is when you hear something didn't work out with somebody and somebody's telling you, oh, I picked the wrong person. I think people jump to who's to blame in that situation. Sometimes it's not that the man was evil and, or she's the evil one. Sometimes it really is just the two of you were incompatible or are incompatible. And people can see that around you, because they're not in it. They're not blinded by the toxic delusion of love. Let's check out some comments here. This comment says, hard head makes a soft behind. Somebody else here says, every day I say to myself, I wish I had picked the right woman to have children and make a family with. So we have a gentleman here who also has some regrets about the woman he picked. Somebody else here says, I wish my wife and I had more kids. We only have 2. We're in our 50s now, and I regret not having more. Here's somebody else who says, I can see the sadness in her eyes. She responded back and says, nah, I'm happy now, LOL. Just wish I could go back in time. Here's another comment that reads, experience gives you one look wisdom. Always listen to your parents. They can see so much further. Very, very true. Somebody else here says, I'm blessed to still be married to the mother of my children. I wouldn't want to do life without her. Parents do have a lot of wisdom, and oftentimes, people realize that a bit too late. And you become the person who's either the auntie or uncle, or maybe you're the parent, and you're now saying, hey, don't do it. And you kind of see yourself, you're like, man, you did it. You made the exact same mistake. Guys, I appreciate you all for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. FathersHaveRights.com for legal information for men who are engaged or soon to be married. Check out Brew Brothers to join a community of men who value family and fatherhood. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.